Mr. Corman, thank you so
Call me
much.
Roger.
Roger, thank you so much for letting me come here today and sharing your time with me. It's an honor to talk to you. How did you become known as the king of B pictures?
It's partially because of what I did and partially because of the circumstances. Shortly before I started making films, actually when I was still in school, the major studios were faced with a monopoly suit because they owned the means of production, they owned distribution, and they owned the theaters. They agreed to spin off their theaters. By the time I came of age to make pictures, the fact that they had spun off their theaters meant there was greater room for the independents to move in. So I moved in with a number of other people, of course. So it was partially that, and partially the way I make pictures, which is fairly complicated, but in a simple statement, I was making medium budget and low budget films very efficiently and keying them to a teenage audience. I was aware of the fact that the theaters, and particularly the drive-in theaters, were appealing to the youth market, the young people who were going to the theaters. The major studios who had money invested in their stars were using their stars, but a 50-year-old leading man making love to a 40-year-old leading lady was not what the 18 and 19-year-olds wanted to do. So I deliberately made pictures for the teenage market.
What are
Welcome to another video here on Phantom of Haunted Hill. One, two, three. So welcome to another video here on Phantom of Haunted Hill. Yes, it's taken me a while to make a new video. I was going to make this particular video a big, huge thing, but I decided this is it'll take too long and it'll be so complicated because, as we can see, this man right here, Roger Corman, I'm sure you horror maniacs know he's passed away. He was born April 5th, 1926, passed away May 9th, 2024. 98 years old. And I noticed myself that there was always like a youthfulness in him, even in his elderly age at 98. You know, who can you think of honestly who has had such an importance in filmmaking, not just in horror, but filmmaking, period? You know, we'll go by my notes down here. We got, he launched the careers of Charles Bronson, Jack Nicholson, Dennis Hopper, David Carradine, Robert De Niro. The directors, Francis Ford Coppola, Joe Dante, James Cameron. I mean, the list goes on for what Roger Corman did and achieved in film that no other director or filmmaker, period, because he also produced, he wrote, he acted, you know. So I'm trying not to get teary-eyed during this video. It's been a hell of a morning coming up with all this, I'll tell you. But I mean, look at the films. The Intruder with William Shatner, right? Little Shop of Horrors, which he filmed in only 2 days. All the great masterpiece Edgar Allan Poe films. I just watched Premature Burial with Ray Milland. Man, what a masterpiece. The atmosphere and everything. You know, his work with American International Pictures. His return to directing with Frankenstein Unbound. Rock and Roll High School. come on, man, Ramones, Galaxy of Terror, Piranha. I mean, the list is incredible. It's incredible. The films, Easy Rider, right? You know, but yeah, he was born in Detroit. He served in the military. He worked as an industrial engineer. He only worked as an industrial engineer for only 4 days because he he didn't feel it was what he wanted to do after all that college and everything else he went through to get that degree. So he got a job at 20th Century Fox as a messenger. Eventually, he wrote his own script and sold it for $2,000 and used that money with and to build up with some pals of his to get $12,000 to make Monster from the Ocean Floor. Of course, in 1970, he founded New World Pictures. He won the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Stockholm International Film Festival. That was in 1990. He launched, well, I already went through that. He launched the careers of, and then later in his life, his children sued him because they were fired from the production team and they had questions about the family trust. And he was sued again by his sons over the sale of his film library. So little sounds greedy to me. You know, it ain't my family. I have nothing to say about it. All I know is that Roger Corman, probably the most important filmmaker ever in the history of filmmaking. So I guess, yeah, I got through this without crying because, you know, he's a major importance, you know that. So give this video a like, hit that subscribe button. I did launch my new second channel called AP's House, which has nothing to do with horror or underground music. It's just comedy, stupid things. I actually did something stupid myself and I walked up a waterfall. I filmed myself walking up the waterfall. So that channel is very slow in getting started, but hopefully that'll take off. And yes, indeed. So thanks again, folks. Thanks for everything, and thank you, Mr. Roger Corman. We salute you, sir. What did the Orientals do? They bow. Yeah. Thank you, Roger. And thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next time here on Phantom of Haunted Hill. And I think we might do a musical one on the next video because there are so many brand new releases that have come out. Harmony Fault, Gut Explosion. I mean, the list just goes on and on. I mean, oh God, I got my radio and notebook here. Like Chopping Mall, they got a new one. What do we got here? Harmony Fault, Gingivitis, Carnal Diaphragma, Deterioration, Porn the Gore. We got to do a music video next time. All right, but we'll keep it mostly horror. Once in a while, we'll throw in a grindcore video. All right, tally ho, Jolly Watsons. We see you next time, shall we?